normal.
Have a safe ride back. See ya.
I forget.
Do you think the kids are happy or unhappy? Well, I just hope they're okay.
Sorry.
He says, yeah, that's what you get for leaving us in the dust.
Don't say that.
Don't baby them. Grow up.
I haven't. You gotta set sail to the island.
Could
I
you
haven't done
stand
that
a
yet.
little
There's
taller,
still
just a tad?
crap you
Like
do in the
this.
city before you leave.
Yes, yes.
Huh?
Yeah, like
The chin a tiny bit
tutorial-ish.
lower. Gaze a little more to the right. There. Now, hold the pose.
Okay.
Please keep it down. You know he has to study. Affirmative. The subjects are all here. Right. Over and out.
Well then, I guess we can hit the hay too.
Sounds good.
Let's check it out.
There it is. Just as we thought.
Call the digi tested.
Not yet. We'll keep them as backup. Look at the size of it. This is the perfect chance to test out our new weapon. We've confirmed that this electrical activity is Digimon related and request immediate assistance from the disaster relief force.
Understood, ma'am. Your request has been granted. Don't you worry, we'll take care of this thing. Troops! All of you! Take aim at that digital monster! Fire! Yeah, bullseye. Prepare for round two! One angry Digimon.
So what'd you start off with? Magic, technical, or warrior?
I think
Elemental
that's the one I
trap,
went with.
fire, elemental trap, firearms, one-handed blades. Accuracy, agility, science, lockpicking. Me too.
No worries, we took care of that.
But I also like magic.
So you're saying it was small enough that your group could handle it?
But I wouldn't want one-handed heavy weapons. I would want a firearm. I want to shoot people in the face and do magic. Yep, I think I'm going to do technical and then start with magic. Yep. Okay. Strength. Agility.
Even without data, is that they will come back. So be careful out there. Watch out for each other.
accuracy and
Mr.
agility.
Nishijima? Why didn't Matt show up? Very impressive.
Mr. Nishijima said to watch out for each other. What do you think he meant by that? So,
Did you do the accuracy and agility what they recommended?
think about it. If they got rid of us or our Digimon, then their most powerful enemies would no longer be standing in their way.
In the way of what?
I don't know. But if it's true, why would Mr. Nishijima not tell us about it? After school, I'll boost our server security. In the meantime, we should take Nishijima's advice. Stay close and stay more vigilant than ever.
All right, let's begin the school festival committee meeting.
Yeah, I'm gonna do accuracy and magic. I'm gonna start with magic.
Festival committee's setting up a cafe again this year, like last year, and the year before, and the year before that.
Oh, it won't let me.
It's what we do every year. It's all explained in the handout.
What a bore.
Is there anyone who'd like to volunteer to run the cafe? Me! Anyone else interested?
Hmm.
I just transferred in. My name is Mimi. For this cafe,
Oh, I think you have to increase your mental power before you can learn magic.
you mean you've never heard of it?
I'll look it up.
Mental power. Yeah, willpower increases your maximum MP and spell duration, attribute required to wear the best amulets and necklaces, whereas mental power increases the power of all spells, attribute requires to wear the best rings. I think you have to have your mental power higher before you can learn spells.
It'll be great. Everyone's gonna love it. Just trust me on this, okay? Well, if there's
Oh, you only get 1 point.
who wants to volunteer. If you want, I can volunteer for more.
Oh, you only start off with 1 point.
This isn't the cutest skirt ever.
That makes sense. So I'm just gonna do magic. Fuck it. Yep.
You're incredible.
Yep.
Yeah?
Mhm.
Well, because you
Okay.
know, but you just stood up and volunteered. You speak your mind. I could never do that. Of course you could.
Okay, allows you to make simple potions. Let you lockpick. That's what you were talking about. You did the lockpicking one.
No point in bottling it all up and worrying what others will think. Staying quiet in public just means feeling frustrated in private later. It's awful. If you can't ask for what you want,
Let you pass through certain difficulty passages that require balance.
is that a handkerchief?
Slightly reduces.
Come on, Nene, try it on. What? No, wait, I can't. It's way too short. What? But that's the best part. Finally, there's Mimi. And makeup. Good. What are you wearing, Mimi?
I don't know.
Not to eat, silly goose. They're disguises. Aren't they just
20 bucks I'll end up starting over. I can already tell you.
You don't say.
I'll do lockpicking. Okay.
Just a few more minutes. You have such an incredibly singular that's a compliment, my lady, out of my mouth. Your particularity gives you character.
You're still here?
We have nearly finished. Have you any more need of me, Master?
You haven't forgotten that we're setting sail today, have you?
Of course not.
Your cousin is nowhere to be found. I've searched the palace from cellars to attics. Your uncle is beside himself.
He was of a mind to paint the town last night. Don't worry. I shall track him down. Make care to your own preparations without wrinkling another frown. We'll meet you on the boat.
It's about time your cousin took account of the responsibilities awaiting him. He should go and inform the ambassadors of Telemi and the Bridge Alliance of his departure.
Have no fear, Master. I will go and see them in his name. I beg your pardon, but
Are you
urgent
practicing
matters call
with
me
that
away.
dude,
Might
Kurt?
we finish all this later?
Impossible, my lady. You are leaving with the
Yeah, you
tide,
just
if
gotta
what
get
I've
the
been
knack.
told is
Gotta
correct.
get the knack of
I
it.
am sorry, sir, truly. I must be going.
Squares attack and
My
circles
lady,
parry.
please, I beg
You
you.
just do it
Her
when they're
Highness-
attacking you.
Thank you, cousin, for getting me out of that.
Okay, visible at the top main quests, followed by go and say goodbye to your mother.
Eyewitnesses we've spoken to reveal that large unidentified creatures just appeared out of a distortion in the sky. The police have cordoned off the entire
I'm
area.
in, it kind of looks like a courtyard. No.
What was that? What we're here for?
Biggest congregation and most important ports in the continent. It is a very old city that has sea trade and made rich. Centuries
You
since
shot her in the
Red.
face. So mean.
You okay? Look at this cat, Dad. Nice one, thanks, mate. Yeah, thank you. Oh, Izzy! It's Pokemon! Yes, I know. I saw one of the video feeds. Just day one.
Yeah, my first quest says go and say goodbye to your mother.
We got this. What do you mean? Guys, Mimi's gonna fight Pokemon? No, just keep him under control.
I just found my cousin.
Pokemon, right?
Hey! Green blood!
Oh, okay,
Cut.
it's a cut
And so
screen,
the day
and
has
then it
finally
looks like
come.
I'm about to fight too.
My royal fledglings are leaving the nest.
Accompanied by their most loyal and tenacious master of arms.
As loyal as your gold.
Enough with the cold mercenary. I know you like us. Still hiding your men in the unsuspecting shadows of the greats of this world, I see.
Hey, our blades are the only thing keeping you dainties alive.
Kurt, I'm not in need of your protection. I'm no longer a child, you know.
Is that so? Well, let's see. Fight with honor!
Woohoo! Why won't it click on it? To assign a potion, hit the shortcut O. It won't let me. Bind. Okay, up. Yep. Holy shit.
Combat gets a whole lot better, guys, so don't worry about that.
What a green blood.
Oh yeah.
Me who thought myself a competent weapons master.
It's becoming a little hard to believe.
Don't add insult to injury. This is humiliating enough. We'll need to get you through the basics, or you risk getting your feathers plucked at the first sign of trouble.
That could definitely
What,
come
your
in
mother?
handy.
In that case, Otto here is going to be your
She's
training partner.
sick.
Go! Fight with honor!
I like that dude that keeps on taking them away.
Who had an interview? Oh. Nice.
Freaking horse. Why? He runs from me.
Oh yeah, you get team members. That's why your combat is going to improve. It's going to get real better.
It appears we've brushed up on the basics.
It does. And I'd like to be on my way. I've quite the list of things to do before we depart.
Indeed. Remember that you can always train in our barracks on the island if you're feeling rusty.
Are your bags packed for the great departure?
Yes, you know I get by with very little.
I believe so.
You're not angry that I'm coming with you, I hope.
When you get to the open land, I'm pretty sure that might be how it works.
On the contrary, I am thrilled that both you and Sir de Corsillon are joining our party. A few friends at your side in unknown territory is a boon.
Oh yeah.
Don't tell
no,
me
you
the
can
old
loot
school
freely.
teacher
No
is
thief
competing
this,
against me.
thief
By the
that
way, where
shit.
is our future governor hiding? I was hoping to put his skills to the test as well.
I've no idea. He had plans to celebrate his departure last night, and we haven't seen him since. You know Constantine. I should have gone with him, but my heart wasn't in the mood for a celebration. The thought of bidding my mother farewell.
It is never easy to say goodbye. But you should be going to see her now. She must be waiting for you. I'll meet you in front of the palace. Then we'll go and find Constantine together.
Very well. I'll meet you as soon as I've said my goodbyes.
Okay, not too shabby.
Check out our HQ.
I've put this off as long as I can. I need to make my farewells to my mother. I'll go and meet up with Kurt in the city afterwards.
What is this? Have you not been taught to knock? I've asked 1,000 times. Oh, it's you, my dear child. Mother, I'm sorry. I'm having trouble getting used to your condition. Come now, let's speak of more pleasant things. I'm so very happy to hear your voice. You remind me me so much of your father. I do miss him so. Today is the big day, isn't it? Ready to set sail for that island everyone's talking about. Yes, but the idea of leaving you behind, alone and ill. Dying, my child. Alas, there is nothing you can do by staying that would ease my suffering. One thing brings me cheer. They say the island is full of miracles, and we might find a cure.
Even if I were to find it, I would never be able to return in time to...
I know. But it brings me comfort to know my daughter has left on a mission to heal her people. Come now. It is time for you to take leave. Here, take this with you.
What is it?
A family heirloom. Something that... Take it and keep it with you. May it bring you good luck.
Okay, so every 3 levels you can improve one of the 6 character attributes.
Now,
okay?
Be off.
And then talents. Every 4 levels you can choose a new talent or improve existing ones. That's like your lock picking, your science, your magic.
Cat, you stink.
He did that. He did that.
Kurt. It's done.
Sorry, Greenblood. Look, we can see the masts of the ship that'll be taking us. This is one sacred adventure we're embarking on.
I hope this island will keep its promises.
In order to know that, we'll need to find Constantine first.
You were right. Maybe he is already at the port. He was so eager to leave.
This will be quite the chore to finish before our departure. The commander wants to recover some merchandise from our supplier, but the transporter doesn't want to deliver. I did all I could to persuade. Nothing came of it. All the parliamenting fatigues me. But this is your domain. I wouldn't say no to a little help.
Of course. Where is the supplier located?
In the lower boroughs, near the port.
Right then. We'll put it on our list of visits.
Don't know that one. It's someone really self-centered and annoying. There you have it. It's perfect. And if you want to use some other scraps, there's a ton more in the back. Thank you so much. Mimi, so how did the meeting go? Just left.
Where would you like to begin?
I've been asked to pay visits to the ambassadors of Thélème and the Bridge Alliance before our departure. Their dwellings are not far from here. We could go there first.
Very well. Do you think Constantine will be waiting for us next to the ship?
I don't know, but it is certainly worthy of inspection.
Lot of what? Teeth? Gotcha.
Your Excellency.
Lady de Sade, I have been told that you were named legate. Congratulations. Those are great responsibilities for someone as young as yourself. But you will bring honor upon your family and the congregation. Of that, I'm certain.
I thank you, Excellency. I've come here to inform you of our departure for Teofredi. My cousin Constantine is taking office as governor of New Serene, and I'm accompanying him.
I had no idea you would be leaving so quickly. What a shame. I had thought... Well, then, that is a pity. Have a pleasant voyage. A brilliant future awaits you. They say that it is a marvelous island. Please convey to your cousin my congratulations and sincere wishes for success.
You seem slightly hesitant. Please, tell me what troubles you.
A rather unscrupulous individual has been sowing trouble in Serene. A charlatan passing himself off as an alchemist.
Do people actually give credence to these lies?
Alas, yes. They snatch up his celebrated panacea. Remedies worse than the ill, believe me. As you can well imagine, alchemists are our pride. This vulgar trickster casts dirt upon their reputation and our own at the same time. In any city of the Bridge Alliance, we would have arrested him. But here, we respect your laws.
I shall see what I can do, but make no promises. My departure is imminent.
I thank you, Excellency. And I am pleased to see you have taken so well to your new functions of diplomacy. The man operates in the city center. He is said to be clever and mean. Be careful.
Would you be so kind as to tell me what you know about the Bridge Alliance?
With pleasure. A legate needs to know the history and strengths of her allies. The alliance was sealed by several nations of the Bridge around 200 years ago. The greatest of our cities, Al-Sad, became the capital, and a council formed from the different nations now rules. This union was originally put into place to better resist the appetites for conquering our neighbors. But our ancestors quickly realized that the union had also strengthened us economically and culturally. And of course, exchanges in knowledge were strongly encouraged from the outset. Today, it is by no means an overstatement to claim that the Bridge Alliance leads our world in science and exploration. Each day, we push the limits of our understanding further in each and every domain.
Could you give me your understanding of the relations between the congregation and the Bridge?
Our relations hang essentially on the quality of our trade and commerce. The exchanges are very profitable, especially on the cultural front. I will not hide from you that we have hoped you would join our number for quite some time. But your princes insist on maintaining a neutral stance between the congregation and the other nations on the continent. It is by all means a respectable position, even if it means you also trade with our enemies.
The Bridge Alliance has been on Teofredi for much longer than we have. What can you tell me?
It is true that we founded Hikmet, our newest city, around 15 years ago now. Alas, I haven't been able to go there myself. I can only tell you what others have reported to me. It is a luxurious island. An enormous dead volcano thrones in its center. The vegetation is extremely varied, and the fauna wondrous. We discovered animals that we had never ever seen before. Some are bigger than houses. But they're not the only occupants of the island. A savage and crude people also live there, who speak an incomprehensible language. But you shall discover all of this for yourself soon enough.
And what of your war with Thélème?
It has been dragging on. In fact, it has been dragging on for years. It is madness. If those bigots hadn't gotten it in their heads to convert the entire continent, we wouldn't be in this situation. But that's the way of the world.
Pardon me, ma'am. Ma'am?
We shall not
Ma'am.
waver, whether here or
Do
on
you
Tir
have any
Ferradee.
Grey Poop
Have you been fighting battles there as well?
From what I've been
Yeah.
told,
Yeah,
Very
probably
Teleme
that.
has wisely and tastefully
Would
built
she say
their
Witchy very
colony
intelligent?
far from our
Very
city.
elegant.
Direct
Oh,
conflicts
elegant.
are in fact quite rare. But one day they will inevitably take place.
I need to be going. Goodbye, Excellency.
Goodbye, Lady de Sade.
Good day, Excellency.
Lady de Sade, to what do I owe the pleasure?
I have come to inform you that my cousin Constantine and I are departing for Tir Ferradee on the hour.
Ah, yes. I did indeed hear talk that you had both received callings of greater stature. Allow me to congratulate you. Were you not named legate of the congregation?
You are correct, Excellency. I thank you.
It is a station of great honor that I am sure you will fill with brio and panache. The Mother
And
Cardinal
panache.
Cornelia will be enchanted to work with you, and your cousin in the future. I only regret that your departure is so sudden.
Really?
Bless you.
To be entirely honest with you, I was hoping to solicit your help in a rather delicate matter.
Tell me more about it, and perhaps I can take care of your problem before my departure.
Very well. A small group of dangerous heretics has found refuge in Serene. We know that your uncle tolerates the presence of all pagans within the city walls. But these particular non-believers threaten the fragile harmony of this place. We would consider it a tremendous favor if you would arrest them and deliver them to our guard.
Heresy is not a crime in Serene. You do know that, but I'm sure that my uncle would hear your arguments. Why call on my intervention?
The prince would indeed give us his blessing, but it would take time. Far too much time. For according to our sources, these fugitives have already made contact with a smuggler to take them who knows where.
I see. You were hoping that I'll be able to do something before they make it to an enemy city. If your heretics are planning on boarding a ship, then they must be in the dockyards. I'll look into this and see what I can do. Could you tell me anything about Teleme?
It would be a pleasure. As you already know, our glorious nation is guided by our faith. We follow the teachings of Matthias, our founder and greatest prophet, and give thanks each day to the Luminous for having gifted us magic. The high dignitaries of Teleme are at the same time our spiritual guides, advocates, and grand mages.
I've heard say that dissensions have appeared recently in your nation.
Ah, you must certainly be speaking about the debates that have divided the Ordo Luminis and the more political orders. The Lord Luminous has an extremely pure vision of our faith and applies the words of our saint very strictly. But other, more open-minded factions exist within our nation. They believe that a less rigid dialectic would attract souls more readily to our faith. But their differences are purely theoretical and do not threaten the cohesion of our nation, I assure you.
Huh?
What is your point of view
Yeah,
on
side
the
quest, yeah.
relations between our two nations?
You go to the tavern keeper
As
for 3 different
ambassador
side
of
quests.
Thélème, I can only rejoice at the mention of our commercial treaties. We appreciate as well the welcome that your uncle gave to our missionaries. Thanks to your support, more and more believers wander your lands. The congregation is our most precious ally. To be perfectly honest, we have only 2 complaints. That heresy is tolerated, and that your treaties with the Bridge Alliance are maintained.
You surely jest.
How is Thélème faring on Tirfredi?
We built a marvelous city, San Mateus, on the western coast of the island. Did you know that certain historians believe that it might well have been the final resting place of our prophet? Our missionaries there are a multitude. Not a day passes without new islanders joining our sacred faith. Of course, there are certain pockets of resistance. There is talk of a demonic cult, disgusting creatures. But I am confident that the Ordo Luminis will be able to put an end to these horrors. And we have tremendous hopes that the entire native population will join our ranks.
Although, you know, back in grade school, you couldn't get enough of them. Well, we can't stay kids forever. I used to think a lot, but I never found a good answer.
How goes the conflict with the Bridge Alliance?
Your territory is, alas, the only one that has been spared from the ravages of war on the continent. We fight on every front, without great success, one must say. But what other choice do we have? These so-called savants not only refuse the light, but are determined in their fight against it.
And on Tirfredi?
To my knowledge, no one has yet seen any serious fighting. The Bridge have succeeded in provoking the natives there, and have their hands full keeping them at bay. Which leaves us greater latitude to settle peacefully and pursue our mission of conversion.
I must be going. Farewell, Excellency.
May the light guide you, Desade.
So you had some growing pains. Everyone does. You were never challenged.
You're only getting a drink of this. And then finish doing your homework. I know you're done with your Zoom meetings for today, but you still have homework. I understand that you like Digimon with Daddy, but you still have homework. Digimon with Daddy? Yes, I did.
Good day, my lady. How might I be of service?
You can start by explaining to me why you refuse to honor the orders agreed upon with the guard.
There's been a misunderstanding, madam. Of course we're ready to honor the orders. In fact, I've already had a word with your master at arms.
They're asking that we pay again, despite having already paid.
I personally think he's getting plugged in the buttocks.
I've nothing to do with it.
This is inadmissible. If you agree on a sum, you need to honor that agreement.
I'm sorry, madam. I'm just an agent, and I'm only obeying orders.
Your master has apparently asked you to demand a second payment for this merchandise.
That's right. He told me that their attendant seemed to be hiding something when he passed the order. And so he must have thought the guard would end up paying in the end, whatever he asked for.
I'll be damned. And I'm the one they've sent to settle the affair.
Sorry, Captain. It's nothing personal. I'm only following orders.
Following orders? Yeah, we hear you. Makes one wonder which one of the two of us is a coin guard.
Why don't we go and solicit other suppliers, Kurt?
When we've already paid for the merchandise? If these thieves agree to reimburse the original payment, it's what we do immediately. And do know, in the future, we won't be shopping with them. Well, I should think not.
This whole story sounds suspicious and stinks of a scandal. You were demanding a second payment, but refused to reimburse the one that was already made.
I'm not the one demanding nor refusing. It's my master.
This stubborn fool is pushing me to madness. You understand now why I'm asking for your help?
Just like you said, they're ordinary kids first and Digimon partners second. And it's supposed to do. I guess I agree.
I don't think you understand who you were dealing with. Perhaps I failed to present myself properly. Lady de Sardet, niece of the Prince d'Orsay, and legate of the Congregation of Merchants. During our conversation, you explained to me that your master forced you to commit a crime. That's regrettable.
I guess this is
Especially
one of
as
those
you'll be
games you can
considered
play
his
it multiple
accomplice in
ways, you know?
extortion and theft.
I don't know.
You know as well as I that the congregation does not tolerate such illegal activities.
But I'm only obeying orders.
That's a shame. Well, as orders are the only language you seem to understand, I order you to return the guard the merchandise without delay, unless you'd rather your master is hung and that you finish your days in prison.
As you request, my lady. I shall go immediately and ask that these crates be delivered to the attendant.
Now that's a wise decision.
Thank you. I was beginning to think this would never end. You're certainly honoring your new title. Bravo! The quartermaster must be expecting us.
Lively there, lads and lasses! I promised the merchants and their prince we'd be off before the tide. You, man, carry that properly. That porcelain is worth more than your life. There are some children we'd been best to refuse.
Captain Vasco.
And you are?
I'm de Sardet, the prince's niece. If all is in order, we will soon be embarking on your boat.
It's a ship. Not a boat.
Apologies.
Apologies for my asking, but the young governor isn't with you.
He didn't come home this morning. I need to find him before departure.
I hope nothing's happened to him or he hasn't changed his mind. The tide does not wait.
Perhaps he simply celebrated his imminent departure with a little too much enthusiasm. Is everything ready?
We're short a crew member. The cabin boy is missing. But have no fear, we will leave without him if he does not present himself before the tide.
Is he an important member of the crew?
We don't need him for sailing or navigation. He's only a cabin boy.
He must have simply had a bit too much to drink in celebrating his departure. Like another I know.
I doubt that. Jonas was never one to fancy drink. And it's been 2 days since last he was seen. No, I fear something bad has happened to him. Might I ask you, if you hear anything, could you report it to me? I would like to set sail with a clear mind.
Oh, this bitch is insulting me.
When did you see your cabin boy for the last time?
It's been 2 days since I've had any news at all. It wasn't out of the ordinary until this morning. My men have free shore leave when we're at dock. But the day of departure, every able-bodied sailor must be present on the ship.
Does the boy know anyone in Serene?
Other than fellow Nords, you mean? I don't think so, but it's difficult to be sure.
This Jonas, does he have any close friends amongst the crew?
In tradition, we are all members of the same family. But yes, there would be Flavia and Laura.
Might I have a word with them?
As you wish. You'll find them over there, in port.
You haven't heard anything about my cousin, by chance, have you? To be honest, We were hoping to find him here.
Oh, you're trying to go in that area where they want you to disguise yourself?
My men spoke of a rather animated party that went down at the Queen Tavern, but I haven't heard anything else.
That isn't the safest place in the city.
I have no idea. I haven't done that one.
To him.
Let's go and find him.
I came across it,
Thank
but I was
you,
doing
Captain.
another mission.
Happy to be of some help.
Have you seen anyone wandering about? Suspicious looking. Maybe clandestine passengers.
Take a look around. There are far too many comings and goings to spot possible stowaways. As long as they don't try and get on my ship, I pay no attention to them. That said, we did catch ourselves a smuggler just a while ago.
A smuggler? Maybe he could be of some use.
Are you trespassing somebody's
Port
property?
Jails, not far from the warehouses.
Hmm.
May I ask you, why the sudden interest in smugglers and the odd stowaway?
Nothing to bother yourself about. I'm just curious.
You wouldn't, by the sheerest of coincidences, be on the trail of a couple of heretics, Your Excellency. The same a couple of the ambassadors of Teleme's men have been looking for nigh on 2 days.
And so you know about that?
Of course. The Cardinal's henchmen are hard to miss, even in a crowd. And they were making quite a fuss, hoping we would cave in and help them in their hunt. Feel free to carry out your own investigation, but you'll end up with the same answers. The port brigs, just like the warehouses, are property of the Nauts. No one else may enter.
Hoof fungus.
Be back soon, Captain.
We need to have a word with that people smuggler the sailor mentioned.
He's a Captain Kurt, like yourself. And in order to interrogate the smuggler, we'll need to find a way into his jail.
Your side quest thing, your map doesn't tell you where to go get the clothing at. Yeah, if you go to your thing where you can set your main missions and your side quests, it should give you a clue of where to go. No, you got certain things where you can vault over. There'll be like a white, something white or something, and you can jump over it. You can climb up over. Hmm? Richie, how you faring?
Good. Yeah, I'm gonna take a quick break. Go potty and grab something to eat. You're weird. Boots and cats, boots and cats, boots and pants, boots and pants.